Hi everyone, I'm Etsuko from the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Today I will give a presentation about our paper, Erica and Empathetic Android Companion for COVID-19 quarantine. So this is our presentation's outline. First, I will give you the introduction, and then I will explain about our system and conversation agent. Then I will describe the experiment we conducted. Then in the last, I will give you the takeaway message from our paper. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic happened last year, we all experienced social isolation. And some people say that this isolation may affect the people's our mental health. So we developed an end-to-end conversation agent to ease isolation and self-quarantine. We conduct a controlled experiment to evaluate which user interface is more preferable. The first one is a web-based virtual agent called Nora, and the other one is the Android Erica via video. It is said that non-verbal features of counselors is actually quite important for patients. So we would like to see it is also true or not for machine-human interaction as well. So this is the whole architecture of our system. There are two different types of user interface. The first one is Nora virtual agent, and the second one is a very good humanoid. The green part is different depending on the agent type. However, the orange part is our empathy analysis and the manager are shared. And then they are providing similar content or no, the same content with different user interface. The first conversation agent is Nora, which is a web-based virtual agent accepting speech input. Users can see direct history and ASR result in text, as well as receiving a speech response generated by text-to-speech. So the left figure is a screenshot of the Nora. If you're interested in, you can try it at this link. It supports Google Chrome only, so please use Google Chrome as your web browser. The other conversation agent interface is Erica, which is a super realistic female humanoid with non-verbal features. We implemented 4 different non-verbal features. The first one is facial expressions, which is played in system term, reflecting emotions of the previous utterance of users. For example, the previous utterance user was showing happiness, then in the next system utterance, Erica's face will smiling, something like that. The second one is body gestures played in system turn. We implemented 4 gestures, which is mainly using her right hand to show openness to users. We randomly select one of 4 and then play in the last of her utterance. The third one is nodding, which is done in user turn to show she is listening and engaging to users. It's the interval between 2 nodding is randomly controlled. The last one is gazing. One of the special features of Erica is she can focus on the user in front of her by using Kinect to track user. However, since we are having a video call, she cannot track user by Kinect. So instead, we implemented the random gazing model, which is to change the gazing point randomly from the closed circle or nearby circle of webcam. So as a user, if you enter the video call room, then there is Erica, and then you can just have a normal conversation with Erica as you would do with a human. So for both, as I said, for both Erica and Nora, the dialogue manager and the other backbone system are shared. So they will offer the same dialogue flow. This dialogue flow is designed for users in quarantine. There are mainly two sessions, the first day session and daily session. In the first day session, the system will introduce what this session is, with what will they do, or what kind of thing will be collected, and so on. And they will also, system will also ask about the basic information of users, for example, a profession. And in the daily session, the system will provide physical and mental health monitoring, and also recommendation on activities such as yoga, exercise, or meditation. So now we move on to the experiment. We conducted a comparative evaluation to see how nonverbal information affects the user experience with 19 volunteers. In the experiment, a participant accessed the web interface through their web browser to have a session with Nora, and then they use a video conference tool to talk with Erica just as they would have a user video call. After finishing the two sessions, we asked the participant to evaluate the two systems by choosing which agent is prepared from for different criteria based on their experience during the conversation. As I said, there are different dialogue flows based on the day. The one participant only experienced the same dialogue flow in the experiment to have a fair comparison. So this is our first result, the overall experience, where Erica is regarded as more empathetic and engaging. Overall experience is comparable due to the delay in Erica's response, or the other technical drawbacks. The second and third question is about empathy and attentiveness. Erica is regarded as more empathetic and attentive into the conversation, thanks to her body gestures, facial expressions, and nodding. It is also notable that some participants thought that her body gestures and nodding are reflecting users' intent, and thus she is so empathetic and attentive, even though they are actually just random. And then it's independent from what users are talking about. The last question is about user friendliness, which is intended to measure technical or psychological difficulties. Also, some participants preferred Erica as she is more human-like and easier to talk to. Many reported the technical drawbacks such as ASR quality and dispensing that delay makes harder to talk to her. And also some people prefer Nora because it's easier to use. They can just go to the website and have a session. But for Erica, you have to open the Zoom and have a video call, which might be troublesome for daily use. So now we are reaching the conclusion. So our take-home message is nonverbal information is as important as in human-human interaction and for human-machine interaction. Facial expressions, body gestures, nodding, according to our experiment, improve Erica's empathy and attentiveness. However, we also need to overcome several technical drawbacks to enhance users' friendliness when having a video call with Erica. such as delay in responses or worse ASR quality due to additional noise in background. So thank you so much for your attention. This is the end of our presentation. Our demonstration is planned on 30 July, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. UTC +8. So if you want to talk to Erica, please visit our demonstration. And the NORA website is in link below. If you want to talk to NORA, you can just go to the website anytime you want and have a session with her. And we welcome any questions. So if you have any question, please contact me by email or in any other types of format is fine. Thank you so much.